For many years, being a software developer was considered one of the best jobs in the United States. It was often ranked at the top of career lists because of high salaries, flexible working hours, remote work options, and strong job security. At its peak, the role looked like a dream career. Developers earned impressive paychecks, received bonuses and travel perks, and enjoyed the freedom to work from almost anywhere. But that golden era now appears to be fading. The tech world is changing fast, and software development is no longer as safe or stable as it once seemed. One major reason is artificial intelligence. Over time, more and more of the code used in apps, websites, and APIs is being written not by human developers, but by AI systems created and managed by a much smaller group of engineers. This shift is already happening, and its impact is becoming impossible to ignore. In 2019, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics estimated that there were about 1.5 million software developers in the United States. At the time, forecasts predicted job growth of over 20% by 2029. However, these predictions did not account for the rapid rise of artificial intelligence. By 2025, instead of growing, the number of software development jobs had started to decline. At the same time, the tech industry began experiencing wave after wave of layoffs. Microsoft announced plans to cut around 5% of its workforce. Meta followed with similar cuts. Alphabet also laid off thousands of employees. Globally, more than 110,000 software developers lost their jobs. Layoffs that once shocked the industry have now become common. This has created an extremely competitive job market. Software developers are no longer just expected to know how to code. They must constantly adapt, learn new tools, and stay relevant. Innovation and flexibility are no longer advantages. They are basic survival skills. Companies that were once seen as the ultimate dream employers have gone through major restructuring. Meta, for example, announced the removal of around 16,000 jobs as it shifted its focus toward artificial intelligence. Many of those roles were software related. This has led to an uncomfortable question. Is this the beginning of the end for software developers? To understand what's happening now, it helps to look at the past. From the late 1990s through the early 2020s, demand for software developers exploded. As the internet became mainstream, businesses rushed to build websites, apps, and online services. By the early 2000s, programming skills were in extremely high demand. By 2015, software development was one of the most popular career choices. Universities and coding boot camps were full of students learning programming languages, hoping to land high-paying tech jobs. For years, this demand kept growing. But things began to change as artificial intelligence advanced. Around 2020, major companies like Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI started developing AI models that could write code on their own. These systems were still basic at first, but their progress was rapid. Then came tools like ChatGPT. What started as an experimental AI quickly became a global phenomenon. By 2023, AI-powered tools like GitHub Copilot were being used by millions of developers. With just a short description, these tools could generate entire blocks of code. At first, many developers saw AI as a helpful assistant that made their work easier, but it soon became clear that these tools could replace many routine programming tasks altogether. As a result, companies began rethinking their staffing needs. If AI could write, test, and maintain code faster and cheaper than humans, why keep large development teams? By 2025, this question had led to real consequences. A 2024 study found that nearly 1/3 of tech companies were already using AI to automate parts of their software development process. Large companies like Google, Amazon, and Meta adopted AI systems at scale. These tools were used to write code, test software, and manage systems, reducing the need for traditional developers. In 2025, Meta laid off more than 10,000 employees, with around 15% of those roles being software engineers. Workday cut roughly 1,750 jobs, about 8.5% of its workforce. Salesforce also announced major layoffs, reducing its software engineering teams while hiring more staff to sell AI products instead. In January 2025, Salesforce alone eliminated over 1,000 jobs, citing improved efficiency from AI tools. Similar announcements followed across the industry. An analysis suggested that AI adoption played a direct role in many of these layoffs. What's more concerning is that this trend is spreading beyond tech companies. Nearly half of non-tech businesses now plan to replace part of their development teams with AI over the next few years. Today, people with no technical background can create applications, websites, and even games by simply describing what they want in plain language. While this is exciting, it also means that work once done by skilled developers is now being handled by machines. As technology continues to advance, tasks that once required entire teams can now be completed by automated systems. Companies, especially in uncertain economic times, are eager to cut costs and improve efficiency. That often means reducing staff whose work can be automated or outsourced. AI tools like GPT can help students with homework, but they also help companies save enormous amounts of money. Some estimates suggest that AI could boost productivity by hundreds of billions of dollars over time. From a business perspective, the benefits are clear. However, this shift comes with a cost. Many tech companies spent years rapidly expanding, hiring large teams without fully planning for long-term sustainability. Now, as priorities shift toward efficiency and cost-cutting, many roles are being eliminated. Despite all this, software developers are not becoming completely irrelevant. Human expertise still matters. Developers are increasingly moving into higher-level roles focused on system design, architecture, problem-solving, and overseeing AI systems. Creativity, judgment, and complex decision-making remain areas where humans outperform machines. Rather than replacing developers entirely, AI is changing what the job looks like. Developers are becoming supervisors, strategists, and integrators rather than just code writers. This marks a major transformation, not the total end of the profession. Developers who adapt, learn how to work with AI, and focus on higher-level skills will still be valuable. But the days of large teams doing repetitive coding work are likely over. The future of software development will depend less on knowing specific programming languages and more on understanding systems, guiding AI tools, and solving complex problems. The profession is evolving, and those who fail to evolve with it may be left behind. Let me know your thought in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for our next interesting video coming soon. This is Rob, and you're watching Beyond Economy.